Hey, it's Monday, 5:06. I just clocked out of my 9 to 5. But how about I ain't about to have to clock out anymore in a minute because I just got out of my interview. I already got the job. But, just had the interview to be fair. But I killed that joint. Let's just say that. Why am I talking about my interview and I got an astrology channel? Because the eclipse season has already started with that last Aries full moon. And next moon up is the new moon. What moon comes after the Aries full moon? The Scorpio new moon. In Scorpio season, when the nodes are in Scorpio and Taurus, nodes have to do with the moon's axis. Long story short, if you're a Scorpio in Scorpio season, it's almost our birthdays, our solar returns. I'm still making that transition between 3D and 5D, y'all. And you're going to be going through big changes as I'm going through big changes. Last Scorpio season, November 4th to be exact, I moved out of my place. It's right around the corner from my new job that I've had for a total of 6 months and 3 days now. My job told me, because I'm a go-getter, at 3 months that they send out the internal jobs that they have open still. And long story short, I would apply for them all because I'm on an hourly, and being almost 45, I haven't been on an hourly schedule. I haven't gotten an hourly pay that's under $25 since I was in college. Because when I got out of college, I became a teacher, and that's a salary position. I had the position as a supervisor for the census in DC back in 2020, and when I was getting paid $25 to $40 an hour, depending on how long I worked, how many hours, overtime, blah, 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 on the weekends, all that. So that's the kind of hourly salary I'm going to deal with, but otherwise, I want a salary. So your girl's about to be back at salary. Y'all love my Scorpio nails. This one goes along. Bam. Shout out to Rissa, Envy Nails on Instagram. And I think the number's her birthday. Anyway, I'll put it in the, so back to Scorpios and Tauruses. Opposition signs. In Taurus season, we had the Scorpio full moon. Last Scorpio season, we kicked things off with I believe it was the lunar eclipse started back in 2021 of Scorpio season. We're kind of closing that up with the Taurus full moon that's going to come after the Scorpio new moon in November. But on October 25th, 2 days after Scorpio season starts, Venus moves into Scorpio, and Saturn, which is in another fixed sign in Aquarius, will go direct. So that's 3 retrogrades done. We just did finish Mercury retrograde, and the shadow was over yesterday. Pluto retrograde ended. Mercury retrograde ended. 3 retrogrades down out of 6, y'all. But then we're about to have Mars retrograde and who does Mars rule? Scorpio. So we're about to have Mars retrograde in October, the end of October, October 30th. So all this is happening in Scorpio season, along with the eclipse on October 25th. So today's October the 17th. Yeah, I know where the truth is know what 17 means. And big information. People that I support, I work with people with disabilities. Somebody just had an incident at her position that was at a government building. A lockdown. I heard of some big changes, but the funny thing I want to tie down is, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm going through all my different things I'm thinking in my head and then being a little busybody on camera. But one of the people I support is a Taurus, and she was going through a lot, as most fixed signs are in the last few months. Everybody is, but fixed signs especially. And all of a sudden things are falling in her lap left and right. And not only could I be more proud of her, I'm also a part of that reason that her life is changing. She's a part of why my life is changing. All the people I support are a part of why my life is changing, on top of my children. So, going back to my own personal experiences as a Scorpio, last Scorpio season, when these eclipses started and the nodes just moved into Scorpio and Taurus at the beginning of 2022 in January, but the eclipses started shortly before. So like we'll have the nodes move into Aries and Libra next July 2023 or June, but we'll have like one of those eclipses will happen, I believe, next March, right before the eclipse, right before the nodes switch again. So whatever the nodes are in, they start their eclipse season right before the nodes switch. So like I said, last November when we had our first eclipse in Taurus or Scorpio, whichever one, it was in Scorpio season of 2021, is when I moved out, thinking I wanted to move out of DC, out of the area again, and let go of my shelter. Have not had shelter since, y'all. Literally been living with family in Airbnbs ever since November 2021. Ever since November 2021, I've been living with people, with my kids, on and off. Or my kids are living with their other parents, their grandparents. We've been out here. I'm being all the way open with y'all. And it's not a big deal because we struggle, but we got shelter over our head every damn day. We're not on the streets any day, nor are we in I ain't gonna call you right back because I just clocked out. Nah, y'all, I still talking to my people whether I clocked out or not. But I'm doing this video and I'm driving. So, long story short, the beginning of that eclipse, and the eclipse is not ending in Scorpio season, it's just the most powerful because it's been a whole year and I've got to see what I need to do. It's not like a retrograde, it's just like I got to see these new energies that I've stepped into. I've cut off stuff. Not to mention, anybody with Scorpio placements is going through changes. Some people are not taking their changes well, or not learning for them, or not recognizing them. I'm not gonna say no names, but a couple of Scorpio suns, a couple of Scorpio risings that I know. A couple, not just one. And they're going through it because they're not transforming, which is the Scorpio way. Not transforming. No matter what your sun sign is, your rising sign, or whatever you have Scorpio placements in your big six. Let's just keep it like that. The moon, especially your top three. The sun, the moon, and the rising. Then there's Venus, Mars, and Mercury. Literally all my kids have Scorpio Taurus placements. But I'm talking about one of the people that I lived with over this year as a Scorpio sun, not transforming. I'm lighting sage. She's up in there choking because she got demons. Toxicity. And totally made me change my wardrobe because put us out and wouldn't let us go back and get the shit. I can't tell you how hard it is for me not to retaliate and do all the Scorpionic things that I could do to get my revenge. But I'm transforming, so I can't do that. I appreciate the Scorpio rising that just dismissed me from, actually I dismissed her. But she kept it going. Dismissed me from her life because I need to change the way I approach my relationships with my Libra rising. You know, not to mention when the node moves from South Node Scorpio to South Node Libra, it's gonna be a whole lot of breakups, a whole lot of changes in relationships. You know, and we need to stick by with what we want out of relationships, and I don't. I can easily say I don't. I put up, I settle, and it always ends up me having to be vindictive because I put myself in a situation I should have put myself in the first place. Transformation is the key. Whether you are Scorpio or not, you have some kind of Scorpio placements. If you don't have a planet that's in Scorpio, you have a house. You have a Scorpio house, okay? Scorpio's in my second house of finances. So my finances is about to transform. I just walked out of my interview that I said I already got the job. They have to be fair and give me an interview and give other people interviews. This company loves me. Not to mention, y'all know my Taurus daughter, big changes is happening in her life and her boyfriend's life. He's a Scorpio moon. She's a Taurus sun. One of my coworkers made my grandson that she's having a little sweater. So things are popping. I know lots of Tauruses and Scorpios who got big things popping. With Tauruses, I would say what they value is transforming with this solar eclipse in Scorpio, this new moon in Scorpio, because the eclipse is the new moon or the full moon in whatever sign the nodes are in. The eclipses are based on whatever the nodes are in during their full moon or new moon times, okay? Which would happen in either or of those signs' seasons. So y'all got 5 days until Scorpio season. What's today? The 17th? 6 days until Scorpio season. This coming Sunday. Today is Monday. And whether you're late with your transformation or not, it's going to transform. This is not a collective type of transformation. However, the collective will feel it. But specifically those Scorpios, Tauruses, Aquariuses, and Leos, the fixed signs, will feel it the most. Make sense? Hope I didn't take too much of y'all's time. I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia, enlightening every day. This is Get a Life Astrology, growing to a divine adults and loving yourself forever. Now I'm about to light one because it's a celebration. Oh, that's why I was telling y'all about. Sorry if I scared you. That's why I was telling y'all about the me moving out. Not just to talk about all the people that did me wrong this year that I have overcame and not gotten vindication with. I can't say the most that much in my relationship, but I'm chilling. But we about to get another place, y'all. Like literally, we are days away from moving back into shelter. So thank goodness for that, and giving thanks always and gratitude always to those who make things happen for me. Ancestors, angels, guardian angels, all y'all. Appreciate y'all. And those that are alive and popping and watching me right now. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Ooh, and I'm off tomorrow and I get paid for it. And I got a one-on-one with Sunny motherfucking Money, who is one of my favorite astrologers. Gonna teach me how to blow up, cause it's my time. The karmic situations that we've been going through, fixed signs, are ending. So be grateful for that. Peace, y'all.